Hello everybody, this is L1f On End here, and welcome to another episode of the Extinction Armory Upgrade Analysis Series. Today we are covering the higher quality incendiary ammo upgrade, and boy was this a pain to test. Now just before we get into the actual contents of the incendiary ammo and all that fun stuff, I just wanted to throw in the fun fact that if you guys didn't know, the MK32 is actually the only explosive weapon that actually counts towards your accuracy in accuracy challenges. So, you know, if you're ever in an accuracy challenge like this, or, you know, like the one later on in the last where you get like the 50% accuracy, use the MK because it's really hard to miss. And I'm also going to warn you guys, this is probably the most complicated episode of the Armory Analysis Series I have ever done. So, you know, buckle down and get ready for some pretty crazy data and a lot of fun calculations. Now, of course, this armory upgrade costs 5 teeth, which is the lowest cost armory upgrade in the armory, and it costs the same amount as the high grade armor piercing ammo. Now, the variables that I had to deal with in this compared to the high quality armor piercing ammo were way more. I had to figure out the duration, what exactly it affected. If it affected the actual bullet impact of incendiary ammo, or if it was, you know, the burning duration of incendiary ammo, or if it was just the burn damage of the incendiary ammo and nothing else. Now, to test the actual impact damage part of it, I used the VKS. And the reason I use the VKS on not a weapon specialist, which I don't actually have the clip to show you, so I do apologize for that, but it's because it is literally just a smidge, just even like just a couple percent away from actually killing one normal scout with one bullet, as long as you don't hit their head or the critical area. And I did that with and without the higher quality incendiary, and both of them were the exact same. So the impact damage of the higher quality incendiary ammo is not changed whatsoever. Now, the burn duration was very straightforward and easy to test. I put it on once in one game and shot one of the scouts on the drill one time with my MP443, and then I did the exact same thing with the higher quality incendiary ammo in a different game. I put the two clips like side by side and watched them, and it is once again exactly the same when it comes to the duration. Now that leaves me with the last variable as being the fire damage that it adds itself. The first two variables eliminated, that could be the only thing left that it would affect. Now testing this took me a little bit of thought, but I ended up going back to the same method that I did the high quality armor piercing ammo with the Rhino test. So basically the thought behind this was I am going to shoot him once at a time in the back plate, which would reduce the amount of bullet damage I do more than anything. So that is attempting to eliminate the bullet damage variable as much as I can. Now, of course, I cannot completely eliminate it because I'm always going to be doing some bullet damage to the guy itself. But I'm using the M27, which is one of the weakest weapons when it comes to damage per bullet. And I am shooting it right in the back and just letting the fire damage itself just burn out each time and then shooting it again. Now, I know that there were a couple times I accidentally double shot with this gun and shot 2 bullets at the same time, but the fire damage itself does not stack, so it actually really doesn't affect the test too much, because the M27's bullet damage is so low that it really is not going to matter a whole lot. Now, the actual results of this test was very surprising to me. It only took 16 times of being set on fire, not how many is being shot with bullets, but set on fire from the incendiary ammo to kill the Rhino. So realistically, if you took the bullet damage out of it, it could be 16 up to 17 times being set on fire, roughly. And that was with the normal incendiary ammo. Now we'll switch over to the higher quality incendiary ammo test. Now doing the exact same strategy here. We're taking the M27, just gonna pop the guy back every single time and count how many times this one takes. Now Lambda did shoot him first, and he does have the upgrade, so I'm still going to count that as one of the times being set on fire. But from here on out, we'll just kind of count the number of times he's set on fire and compare it to the normal quality grade. And if you're wondering, I have actually sped these parts up because I know it's really boring to watch the actual real time of me just shooting him in the back. And once again, I did have double shots in there, but like I said, the small damage to the M27 is really not going to make a significant difference. Now, using the higher quality incendiary ammo, this actually only took 13 shots to take this Rhino down. Which, when you think about it, 13 shots to take an entire Rhino down is really not that many. Now, using the same equation that we used in the high-grade armor-piercing rounds test, we take the higher number, divide it by the lower number, and subtract 1, and multiply it by 100%, and that gives you your percent increase of damage. And in this case, that comes out to a whopping 21.428% increase in the fire damage. And I know a lot of y'all are thinking, wow, the high grade AP was like, you know, somewhere between 13 and 15%, and this one's 20, and it's like, this one seems like it would be a much better upgrade to actually have. But we have more variables to introduce now that we know the exact number of fire damage increase. Now, these are individual rounds, so this is pretty much each time it's being set on fire, so you can actually convert those numbers over to a time scale. So basically what you're going to do is you take the time and you times it, or the number of times it's set on fire, and you multiply it by 3, and that is the actual duration in seconds that it is being set on fire. So basically for your normal incendiary ammo, you take the 17 times the Rhino was lit on fire, and you multiply it by 3, so it really takes 51 seconds of fire damage to kill the Rhino, which is a little bit of a different number now. It doesn't seem quite as significant as 17 rounds. And then for the higher quality incendiary ammo, it takes a total of 42 seconds of fire damage to kill the Rhino, which is still, you know, it's like 9 seconds less than the other, which is really pretty decent amount of damage, and for your time decrease, I guess. Now, in this clip, I just wanted to test the amount of time it would take me to kill a Rhino just unloading normally into him with the higher quality incendiary ammo. Unfortunately, I don't have a clip of the normal incendiary ammo that this would take, but what we can do is figure out the actual duration of fire damage being applied, and then, you know, we can see how much is actually fire damage and how much is actually bullet damage actually done to this Rhino. Now, I have calculated it out, and it comes out to be, in this 50% slow motion speed, 31 seconds to kill the Rhino. Exactly 31 seconds. So you actually divide that number by 2, which comes out to be 15.5 seconds of fire damage done to this Rhino. Now, I do apologize that this video is getting rather complicated, because I know it took me a very long time to calculate all of this data, but this is where we're going to actually figure out the percentage of damage done to the Rhino compared to the damage done by the M27. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the duration that it took to kill the Rhino, which was 15.5 seconds, and we are going to divide that by the time that the fire damage itself took to kill the Rhino, which with the high quality incendiary ammo was 41 seconds. And when you divide those two numbers out, it comes to 37.805%. Now, that's actually a lot of the Rhino's health. I mean, if you think about the amount of bullets you put into him, which I think was roughly 180 rounds in the M27 IAR. So, this does add a lot of damage. But the thing we have to remember about this incendiary ammo is the fire damage is the same with all weapons. So it doesn't matter if you have the Vepr, the MP443, the M9A1, the M27, the L1f3, any gun you use will do the exact same amount of fire damage, no matter what. Now what this means is that this is best on the weapons that have the lowest damage in the game. So, you know, pretty much any pistol except maybe the 44 Magnum and the M27, any LMG, any SMG is really good. Most assault rifles it's good on. Things like shotguns and sniper rifles, any high damage weapon like the MR28, SVU, those weapons are not good with this type of ammo. Well, not as effective as something that has a lower bullet damage. So if you're going to fully use this to its best and most potential, you're going to use weapons that have not very low, but low bullet damage and higher rates of fire, and you can just kind of spray all the aliens with it, like an M27 or a chainsaw. Those two weapons are great with incendiary ammo, just due to the fact that all you gotta do is hit one bullet. And also, if you're not the best shot in the world and you only land a couple bullets here and there, it's also much more effective than, you know, say the armor piercing rounds, which you have to hit them for and you have to continually hit them for. Now, another cool effect of actually having the incendiary ammo period is that it applies to any explosive like a Semtex or a canister bomb. Yeah, I always forget those names. I want to call them pipe bombs for some reason, which, you know, would also affect the pipe bombs in Mayday. And also the sticky flares in Mayday, it would add fire damage to them. Bouncing Betties, it adds fire damage to them. So all of your explosives like that, none from launchers, but all of the throwable explosives, it actually adds fire damage too. So sometimes it's actually a really good strategy to have someone running team explosives. And if you're running this type of ammo and you're an engineer and you're using team explosives with Bouncing Betties, they do a ton of damage. I mean, just a few Bouncing Betties will completely wreck these cryptids, I guess they technically are. But one thing about the Bouncing Betties I will warn you about is if you put them near the drill, they will actually destroy the drill. There was once we put like 3 Bouncing Betties around the drill, and it actually killed the drill instantly as soon as one of the aliens got close to it. So just be wary of that. Now, I will say this is the best type of ammo if you want to do what I call the survival mode of the normal extinction, which is basically, you know, you get to the very last hive and then you don't plant the drill. You just stay. And I just like to run around this town area right at first, kind of, just because the traps are the best. But then eventually, the only thing that comes is all rhinos. And I will tell you, it is fun, and I will just... The ending of this particular game that's actually showing right now, I will upload in a separate video, but just so you guys can get a taste of what's to come, this is what the incendiary ammo was perfect for, because all I have to do is, which in this particular one I was using random supplies, but I did one when I was running team explosives. I would just throw the team explosives down and then get the Bouncing Betties and then just throw them at my feet and basically just leave a cookie trail for all these rhinos to run over, and it just sets them all on fire pretty much instantly. And if you think about, you know, the amount of time that it takes to kill, or how many hits you have to get with fire damage to kill the rhinos, it's very, very effective. I mean, you just turn around and spray, you run, you turn around, you spray, you run, you turn around, you spray, and really, it almost reminds me of zombies. But I just will warn you, if you're going to do this, you need to be a medic, and you have to have maxed your medic out, because you get a longer sprint duration and you are faster. So yes, if you do this, definitely be a medic. But run team explosives, run incendiary ammo, and just try this out. Put 1 point in your pistol so you even get that bonus speed. And, you know, if you're reviving a teammate, the riot shield on your back is a must-have. And really, it's just, it's fun. I just figured I'd throw that in there for you guys. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I know this is probably the most complicated analysis that I've done on any perk yet, or perk, any upgrade from the armory yet. But like I said, this is an analysis, and I want to figure out everything about it. I want to know what, you know, how much is this fire doing. And with this, it was complicated testing and complicated numbers, but in the end, we figured it out. And to me, I don't know, I love having the knowledge of that. It's quite fulfilling for me. And that's why I do these videos. I mean, I just enjoy knowing what happens whenever you upgrade your fire damage and your incendiary ammo. Anyways, guys, this is Life On In here, and one other thing, I wanted to thank you for I reached over 300 subscribers, which is insane. I never thought that the channel would grow at the rate that it is. I honestly never thought it would really grow. It started out just me uploading some clips just to, just show my friends, how I played and what I could do, and then it kind of turned into a hobby, and now this is where I am. So thank you guys very much for all the ones that subscribed, and thank you very much for the ones that watch all my videos. It really it's very satisfying, because I don't know, whenever you know that somebody enjoys the work you're doing, to me that's more fulfilling than anything else. I enjoy spreading knowledge around to people, so that's why I do these things. But I know I've said this like 3 times, but this is Life On In, guys. And if you're still watching, put comment down in the comments that if you've actually done this Rhino thing before. I just want to know, kind of see who actually watches my entire videos. And I just want to know if you've ever done this Rhino survival before. And, if you haven't, try it out. It's awesome. Anyway, guys, this is Life On End, and I am out.